Are you looking for the perfect wine club? We're breaking down the prices, the perks, and the deals so you don't have to. I am Tricia, and with me is Todd, my partner in the wine club group. And every Friday afternoon, we have the very difficult job of sitting and talking about wine clubs together. So this week, we thought we would involve all of you in our discussion, and we would answer the most frequently asked question on our site, and that is, how much do wine clubs cost? So, let's start at the very basic. Where do you think we should start with this, Todd?
I think maybe probably starting with the bottle of wine cost. Like, how much does the typical bottle of wine cost? Like a special occasion bottle of wine or a normal daily drinking type bottle of wine? Like $10, $15, $20, $30 a bottle of wine. How much do you typically expect to pay for a bottle of wine, Tricia?
I'm usually in the $15 to $20 range, on just a normal wine with dinner night. So if it's just me and my husband, $15, $20, because we're white wine drinkers. So $15 to $20. If we were going somewhere, taking it with somebody, having other people over, it would probably be more like $20 to $30.
I'm a red wine drinker, as you know, and I have the exact same kind of price expectations as well, about $15 to $20 and maybe $30 or so for a nice bottle of wine. Of course, it goes much higher with red wine. We're talking about type wines that you buy at home or locally, but what about if you're buying it online and you have to have it shipped to you? Now we have to have shipping costs associated with and factored in here, right? So what are some of your thoughts about that in terms of wine clubs and how much those wine clubs cost and when they're shipping wines to you, how much should you expect to pay?
I mean, the minimum that we really see right now is about $40. So, back when we started this, over a decade ago, we might have seen $36.99 or something like that. For the most part now, I would say that we're seeing probably between $40 and $45 as a starting point. Sometimes, if it's a little bit lower quality wine, that will include the shipping. If it's a little higher quality wine, you're going to have shipping on top of that. And then obviously you with your, fancy red clubs get a little higher than that.
Yeah, but actually that's a good point, because some of the wine clubs that we're talking about here, let's say $40 is the low end. How many bottles do you get with that? Typically, 2, would you expect? And that's $20 per bottle, but then still you have to factor in shipping. So then there's still you'd have to take away a bit from that. So it'd be, more like, $15 a bottle-ish, something like that, plus shipping cost. But then the other companies like First Leaf and Naked Wines, they have some really crazy deals where they can still give you $45 is what you're spending, but get 6 bottles or sometimes even 7. And shipping. That's insane.
Yeah. And then we have a lot of clubs that we have reviewed over the years that have kind of different tiers depending on what kind of quality you're looking at. So they might have they might call it the premier or the classic or something like that. That's going to be in that $45 to $55 range. And they might have a club that's more $80 to $100 range if you want to, if you're really into wine and want something better, or the really want to impress, or you're a wine connoisseur. We've seen clubs $150 to $300 for 2 bottles. So a lot of these clubs, they have these different options for you. So when you go in, you can kind of decide either this is what the quality or level of wine is, or this is what my budget is. Either one.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're, with wine clubs as everything else, you get what you pay for. You can't expect to spend, $30 or $40 on a wine club and get, 12 bottles of great wine. It's not going to happen. If they do say that, you need to be suspicious of that. And we've reviewed a lot of wine clubs over the years to kind of know what to be suspicious of and not. And you mentioned shipping costs before. That kind of comes into play too. Are you having 2 bottles shipped in a club? Are you having 6? Are you having 12? And then the shipping costs associated with that. So sometimes if you are getting a club that's say 4 bottles in a shipment, you're still only paying $15 for shipping for 4 bottles versus a $12 club. You're also paying $15 for shipping. So the price of the wine, might not vary a lot, but if you're buying, maybe 3, 4, 6 bottles at a time versus 2 bottles at a time, you get a little bit better deal when it comes to shipping.
Yeah, it's like buying in bulk, buying in volume, that's for sure. And also speaking of shipping, prices, shipping, logistic issues, eco-friendly components of the shipping, and also what you get in the box with it. And you talk a bit about some of the fun stuff that you get with the wine.
Yeah, I actually like at any given time on my desk, I have something like today. I have like some wine magazines and tasting notes and things that like I'm always writing up blog posts and looking, through the boxes of the stuff that they sent. So like, are they sending written tasting notes? Is there an app that you get to download that goes with it to be able to, one club has like you can scan the bottle and it will give you the tasting notes when you scan it. You might be getting like special gifts we've gotten in the past, like ones that have corkscrews that come with them or, different fun things like that. So, is it coming with fancy packaging? Is it coming with these special gifts? Or is it just 2 bottles of wine? Either one's great. It's just understanding, within your budget, what are you paying for and what's worth it for you?
Yeah. And on our website, you keep posting a lot of coupons, discounts, and deals. So I want to kind of throw that out there for people to take a look at the website for that, because I know you're always updating that on a regular basis.
Oh, I was going to say like the specialty clubs that we also, we have some specialty clubs on the site that, people will come and they want very specifically, I want only rosé wines. I want only champagne and sparkling wine. So it's sometimes natural wines. That's become, a big one recently. Sometimes when people very specifically want those things, that might change the price, that you're getting in the club as well. And some of the clubs that we review are pretty cool because they let you actually choose what you're getting each month. So it might not be a Chardonnay of the month club. It might not be a sweet wine of the month club that you're joining, but you're joining a club that allows you to choose 6 out of the 100 bottles they offer that month. And then the next month or the next quarter, whatever, you choose a different 6 and they rotate their stocks. So you're getting different things. So we're starting to kind of see a rise in different things like some of these different organic, natural orange wine, things like that, these specialty clubs as well.
Now let's talk a bit about gifting options and how much do people expect to spend for gifting? What'd you say about that?
It's funny. I actually was kind of going through our numbers from the last couple of years, just looking at the holiday season coming up. And we have all these clubs that start at $50. And so I would think, okay, there's probably a lot of people that think, okay, I'll spend $50 on a club. Well, what our numbers actually showed are that most people are spending more like about $120 per gift. So yes, there are $50 options, but I think what a lot of people are finding when they go into these sites is that, you can send this $50 one for 1 month, but for $120, I can have, something sent every quarter for the entire year, or I can have something sent every month for 3 months or something like that, that makes it a really cool gift because like, Clark Griswold, it's the gift that keeps on giving. And so, when they see these prices in there, so I would say, expect that you only have to spend $50. But if you are really looking for one of those kind of impressive gifts, look and see if maybe the ones that are more in the $120 range is your speed, because it does seem like those are actually really popular.
Yeah. And I was going to even suggest even a little bit higher. I was thinking about 150 is probably reasonable. But that's also just because
and including shipping as well. Yeah. If you're looking at having 3 months shipped or, multiple quarters shipped, throw in the shipping costs, you might be up to 150. Yeah.
And having a couple, as a gift, that's one of the things that I love so much about wine clubs. It's you don't have to commit to it, but I do like having a 3-month gift. I like knowing that my gift recipient is going to get a delivery right away, and then another month, or in 3 months if you're going to do it quarterly, whatever. But I just like that recurring gift. That's just, it's such a good idea. And then you pay for it up front. You don't have to worry about it, and it's just done. And they remember it every time they get the wine delivery.
Yeah, exactly. So can you find any deals or coupons on these gifts? That's everybody wants to know. Like, you find deals?
Well, thankfully you're keeping up on those, and you putting them all up on our website at the Wine Club coupons page. And I know that Q4 holidays coming around, gifts are always a big time for wine clubs to offer really, really good discounts. And so I'm just so glad you're on top of that, keeping those discounts on the website. It's a lot. It's a lot of work, and it's some really good deals with free shipping, and just a lot of really good deals for a lot of good gifts.
Yeah, sometimes we see some free shipping deals come across. We'll see some $10, $15 off, sometimes fairly, not as frequently, but we'll see maybe like 10% off site-wide codes or something like that, maybe as we get into Q4. But yeah, looking for the free shipping deals, those percentage off, sometimes gift with purchase. Sometimes that might be, that you're getting something that comes with the gift. Also taking a look, the gift that you're sending, does it come with any kind of nice packaging for that price? So if you were paying for this yourself to send to somebody, you'd be buying the wine, you'd be buying the nice little bags to put them in, you'd be buying the packaging, and then you'd be paying the shipping costs on top of it. If if you can find one of these that includes all of that stuff, all for the one price, like that in itself it's a pretty good deal. So
yeah, yeah. And not to mention the fact that you're getting wines that are selected for you, either by sommeliers or by technology, or, you know, just by the winery who, you know, has been so experienced in particular varietals, you know, that they will provide the best example, or what do they call it? The shoot, I can't think of the words for this is the best representation of Cabernet.
oh, okay.
You know, certain
Yeah.
pubs have very good representations of very different types of wines, and so
Yeah.
yeah.
So people, they want to know how much wine clubs cost. Short answer, they cost anywhere between $40 and $300. That's not super helpful to you. Come to Wine Club Group, because we break it all down. We break down the shipping states. We break down the most recent coupons, the reviews, so you can see what you're getting. We have pictures, actual pictures of every single product that we've reviewed. You can see us opening them in videos. You can see what it looks like when it gets delivered, so you know exactly what it is that you're sending somebody. You're going to commit this money. You want to make sure that it's something good. So come to wineclubgroup.com, and we have all that information there.
Yeah, and we'll keep doing all the painful research that we have to do, Tricia, right? Drinking all this wine is so difficult.
Every Friday afternoon, I will meet with you, and we will drink our wine and make some videos and tell everyone all about it.
Our work never ends. But yeah.
You know, it also never ends, our mailing list. So if you sign up for the mailing list, then you will get our frequently, not so frequently, depending on the time of year. Heading into the time of year, we've got a gift guide that's going to be coming out for Q4 to be able to help you decide if you're trying to send some gifts. Sign up for our mailing list, you're going to be able to get that gift guide. And then also, anytime we have big promotions, we've had some wonderful promotions that have popped up lately that are like 3-4 days only. And I'm talking like 15 bottles for $89, 6 bottles for $36 plus free shipping. Like, these deals pop up, they don't last very long. So if you get on our mailing list, wineclubgroup.com, you'll also get all those great deals.
Thanks.
So join the mailing list, stick around, watch us, and maybe if you all are lucky, we'll invite you back to one of our future Friday afternoon calls.